Ananda?
Ananda, that's me.
Yes.
Ananda's in.
Yes. So I'm just thinking, what's the fair price for pictures like this? How did you find out about this exhibition?
I actually don't know.
Just online, just looking up things to do.
Do you
Found
photograph yourself?
it. Yeah, just
Yeah.
hobby. I don't think I'm good enough to give myself labels like that. Well, that's an interesting question, isn't
Yeah.
it?
So you did sell one anyway.
It
So
doesn't-
that's good. That's a success, isn't it?
Exactly.
Yeah. 'Cause-
So,
I'll tell you when I sell something. I think it depends on the value you put to the photo.
It's very quiet part of the day. This is just a weekday,
Right, like, you know, these could be people who have just picked up a camera and taking shots of random things, or professional photographers with a lifetime of work behind them, right?
Yeah. That's Adrian Weir's pictures. Quiet.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, you don't know anything about anyone here, and that's kind of interesting in itself, right?
There has to be a benchmark.
Last night I was walking home on the Gold Coast from the hospital, and this dude was
yeah, as I said earlier, you know, you could pay $2,000 for something that's, you know, or $20. Just
Yeah.
depends if you love it enough, you'll
Yeah.
pay whatever. Yeah.
Yeah, folks.
So that answers your question, like, what is good enough?
Yes.
And who
yes.
defines what is good enough and what is, I mean, the concept of good.
Yeah. Just memorable about yourself. I mean, it's your cost of framing, your printing, and also your time and
Yeah.
your
Effort.
everything,
Yes.
your effort and your creativity.
Yes.
That's an important one, I think.
See.
Well, I mean, you know, just stuff that I see.
Hey, what's up?
Hello. Are those your pictures?
That's my pictures, but that's one of my subjects.
It's really good when you're out and see people doing things without knowing them capturing it. It's like a real-time capturing the scenario. So
Yes. Where? Oh, that's you.
Yeah.
All right. I see that. Yeah, I see a lot of color. You like color and movement.
Well, there was a movement. I did monochrome last time we had it on,
Yeah,
so this
yeah,
time I decided I'd go colour.
Adrian Weir.
How you going? Hey, are we starting?
I've seen your works before, Adrian, and it's a lot to do with geometry, shadows, and color.
Yep. Look, that's a lot of luck, of course.
Yeah.
You shoot the background, I'm shooting the shadow,
Yeah.
looking for silhouettes against the background.
Yeah.
I'm getting the person coming through, the
Yeah.
point down to the other person, that's luck. You can't see that, you can't time that, that's luck.
Yes.
But being there, presenting yourself in that situation is what I see.
Renato Filippi,
Renato Filippi, and as I understand, you've got only one picture.
only one and a big
But
one.
it's huge.
It is big, that's
So
why
it's-
I thought one has to be big.
So, Asian you.
No, this is Flinders Street. As you can
Flinders
see,
Street.
this was taken at the church, St Paul's Cathedral across the road.
Okay.
It was
yeah.
actually during COVID last year on
That's just at the Comic Con.
Yes.
Yeah?
Hoping for the best.
I compose. I like to compose
Yes,
an
yes,
image, and
yes.
I think we do photography for a creative pursuit.
Yes.
And I still like to think that as an artist, we're trying to show something in a way that people don't normally see it, which
Okay.
is what we're trying.
girls
Yes.
on the steps of St. Patrick's.
So there's actually someone in there.
There's a lady, a young girl, a teenager
Oh,
sort of
I can
thing.
actually see. Is that an
The
eye?
That's her eye.
That looks kind of big, isn't it?
Yeah, it's very weird.
It's
And
magnified.
no, it's not magnified at all. I got very, very close. I was
Okay, yeah,
probably
yeah.
this far away from her face.
Yes.
You know?
Again, standard shot, Melbourne Central. We
Yes.
all walk up these steps. yet the light only hits it at a very certain time of day to light it up this way.
Yes. Wow, that's the grand entrance.
By the way. But here we have the 3 primary colours.
Yes.
But also what we have is 1, 2, 3 triangles.
Yes.
Which is why I picked this silhouette out of all the ones I shot, and then it's central. So we're placing it.
Okay, what's your name?
Terry.
Why black and white?
Particularly, I'd say this one, which initially I did in colour,
Yeah.
and then didn't like it until lockdown last year when not able to do anything. I went back and looked at some older ones, and I decided let's do black and white and see what it looked like, and just thought.
Everyone thinks it's a composite and it's a single image.
Yes.
It's a image of a face on a piece of glass. It's a stencil, and everything else in the image is reflected on that glass.
Yes.
They were busy taking photos. I took a few, and then she looked at me, and that's when she looked at me. And I said, "Do you mind if I take your picture?" And she said, "Yeah, fine." And that's when I stopped. Relevant for COVID, because COVID is just it's hit us all really hard. And this is a mask. It's sinister. It's deadly. It's and it represents a mask. It represents COVID to me.
It's a local train station, Footscray train station, simple one. It looks so effective, but it's a simple shot. A puddle on the ground.
Lots
camera
of leading
really,
lines.
Camera really low on the puddle. And shot with a very wide lens to get that, feeling of convergence.
Yeah, I think it's an element of what you see when you actually do it. And sometimes something works black and white. Yeah. And other times it just doesn't. And I just felt.
I decided to go a bit bigger because I can, and I think that the images just have a little bit more presence when they're bigger, and it wasn't until I actually submitted everything that I realised that 3 had movement and 1 didn't.
Okay.
Either of those ones, the colour didn't add anything.
Yeah.
And in fact, in that one, the colour took away from it.
Okay. Catches the eye here.
I haven't looked at much yet. This wall.
There's quite a lot to take in.
Yeah.
It's wonderful.
Just random. So this one, I was like.
You were staking out that one. That's the telephoto lens, isn't it?
Yeah. It's
long range.
That is.
So there's a lot of compression.
600. Yeah, 600.
It's the tickets and pricing thing.
I was actually just seeing if I could picture them hanging in my living room.
And look, I curated, and I really just had to let him through. It really didn't deserve to go in.
Well, this is not about.
So I'm kind of looking at the colors.
So which one are you leaning towards now?
Right now, I was actually looking at this.
You like that one?
Yeah.
A lot of contrast and shadows.
Contrast and shadows, like the black background and how it's popping out, and so and that one I also like.
And which one?
This one.
You like it?
And I always look at the titles.
Okay.
It's my area's writing, so I always
captions.
really like captions.
Yeah, captions matter.
Yeah,
so.
Exactly. So yeah.
Thank you very much.
Yeah, there's street photographers and there's wannabe street photographers, isn't it? No,
enjoy, folks.
No, it's good. Yeah. Seriously, when you're done.
Yes.
Mark?
Hello, how are you?
Yes.
It's come up pretty well, isn't it? Looks pretty good.
How are you going, Brent?
Good.
You've got the maestro of Melbourne here, okay?
Yes.
I'm the godfather of street photography.
So you've got 5 images here.
5, yeah.
Very well framed. All in Melbourne, right?
All in Melbourne.
So it can't be outside of Melbourne.
Not definitely.
They've got maestro of Melbourne, so make sure you get him and introduce him as maestro.
What do you look for when you photograph?
I particularly like street portrait.
Yes.
Yeah.
So street portrait.
I'm not really into the shadows and stuff. I like more the people thing.
Everyday living.
So occasionally I fish, but mainly I hunt. So so that one I followed her for about 4 blocks.
What
question? It's a hobby for me. So I go to work at 2 in the morning, finish work, and just go out and photograph Melbourne. It's just a bit of a
a downtime for me. So yeah, just
Yes. A little bit of meditation, see?
Exactly, meditation. So it's
this lot are trying to tell a story. So like instead of just a graphical kind of shot, hopefully there's a story involved in the images. And
so you're more towards the people interacting with each other or something like that.
So it's up to you, the viewer, I guess, to put the story together.
Yes.
And that can be varied. It doesn't bother me.
11 in the morning and just walk around the streets and take photos. So.
What flows, huh?
Yeah.
What flows naturally. Oh, that
I like it. You can just interpret it whatever you want.
Yeah.
So, there you go. So this is all.
Your 5 works, huh? Wonderful. Thank you very much. For some reason, I kept looking at it. Wonderful. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much. Cheers, man.
And this is a big job, and you've done so well. I thank you very much.
No, thank you. It's
for
been
giving us all the opportunity to shine.
No, your photos came up really well. So.
Yes.
My name's Susan Bruniotti. I'm the president of AASPI, and on behalf of the Australian Association of Street Photographers, I welcome you all to this, our 10th consecutive.
Why is that your
I like
favorite?
the striking photo. I like the contrast that it's very sort of black and white. The color on these are mattresses, I think. Yeah.
Yeah, mattresses.
That's kind of a weird background, I guess. And the way that these two people, the silhouettes, walk towards each other is interesting.
To our exhibitors, members, guests, children, and everyone that fills this gallery on this lovely, chilly Melbourne evening. Thank you from the bottom of my heart for a monumental...
Rule of thirds is used, which I like. There's a lot of negative space, which makes sense, which makes also the subject matter pop a little bit more, I find. So yeah, it's great. It's really good.
Thank you very much.
It's a good one.
Yeah.
Oh, you printed it? Okay, yeah.
Have a souvenir.
The same one, yeah?
Yeah, let's have 2.
Hey, but how come people have
I'm feeling
these?
generous today.
Where is this coming from? And how's
And I'd also like to thank my son and the opinions for this evening. Right.
And this is it.